The speed at which the world is changing is getting faster and faster. It's accelerating. So you have to continuously learn. I personally put myself in a situation where I went into a structured, well, I'll call it a structured education environment where I needed to take a variety of classes, many of which were classes that I would not have selected for myself. I think one of the things that people who like to learn often do is continue to learn what they really, really like. It's not a bad thing. That's actually, it's a good thing. If you're learning, it's a good thing. But I will say that I do the biggest changes that are made in me personally, either in a soft way or in an environment where I'm learning subject matter and gaining knowledge, is when I push myself outside of my comfort zone. And I believe that people need to do that to experience kind of that, we'll say, step change in whatever they're trying to do. So that's why I'm a believer in going to a more structured environment, because I got pushed into taking classes and learning from people that I wouldn't have picked, which allowed me to open my mind, expand myself out, and grow. I would say this, though. One of the things that I'm noticing is as you're managing your career, is it important? What's more important? Is it important to be a super expert in a particular thing, whatever that is, or be more broadly kind of like a jack of all trades, a mile wide and a quarter of an inch deep? This is my observation. It is almost, it might be unfair to say this, but I think you kind of have to be both. And I think you have to have, I call them superpowers. I think you have to figure out what your superpower is, and you have to be really, really good at it. And, maybe it's power networking, maybe it's, building creative algorithms and natural language processing, whatever it's going to be. But you have to have a superpower that you feel that you can hang with the best of the best. And if you can't, you're close enough where you feel if you can invest the time, you can get yourself up into that zone. That's important. I think everybody needs to have a superpower. But just as important is you need to be more well-rounded. And, I think Jason was touching on it when he was saying things like, as you move up the technology scale, you need to, be able to articulate what you're working on. You need to be able to understand the audience that you're communicating with. You need to understand the business challenges and be able to bring that back to what you're working on. That is in every field, by the way. That is not just, technology. Any field of expertise, if you want to be a leader, you have to have an understanding of the other aspects to whatever it is that your business is about or whatever you're trying to achieve. And if you want to stand out amongst your colleagues, it doesn't have to be win-lose. It can very much be win-win. But if you want to stand out, you're going to have to be better in some way. And, what I love about learning is this is something that you can do on your own time while you're working. You can learn from so many different things. It doesn't necessarily have to mean you're taking a class, although I'll tell you, you'll learn a lot when you take a class, and you might learn more than you would typically, but you can be learning almost all the time. Like even in this video, I'm learning from Jason a ton. And that, I will take back what I learned. Here I'm supposed to be a giver in this video, and I'm actually taking, right? So I've learned things from Jason that I will take back to me outside of this, after this. And that's what I mean by continuously learning.
Thank you so much for checking out this clip from the Data Talk podcast. To watch the full episode, you can either go to the Experian blog. The URL is experian.com/datatalk, or you can click on the link, which is found in the description of this video.